Welcome everybody to another World of Tanks replay. My name is Maxwell and this one is from the user Killer Wagbo. And he's driving the FV215b on an encounter battle on the steppes. 215b being a tier 10 heavy tank for the British. This one's a very good heavy tank as well. Gets a great gun with a fantastic DPM. We'll just take a look at the stats here. You can see it's got a penetration of 259 and alpha damage of 400, which tends to be on a little bit on the low side for tier 10 heavy tanks, but the speed that this thing fires is absolutely ridiculous, and the DPM that this thing can churn out is ridiculous as well. So I've received comments, messages and emails from you guys saying that you missed the subscriber replays and that you wish that I would do more of them. So from here on out going forward, I'm going to try and bring you at least 2 per week. The problem I have with that at the moment is you may have noticed that we've gone to a 3 to 4 World of Tank videos per week schedule. So if I bring you 2 subscriber replays, that only leaves 2 bits for highlights and live stuff. But you guys have been asking for the subscriber replays, so we're going to make an effort to try and bring you at least 2 this week and at least 2 every single week going forward. First one obviously being this one here. So straight away, Killer Wagbo going to be heading for the cap circle, and trust me when I say this one is going to be a fast and furious tooth and nail battle for this cap circle. As you can see, a lot of the Allied team have gone over to this right-hand flank, which leaves their heavies a little bit exposed on the left. But the Allies, that is kind of their fault because they've got way too many tank destroyers camping in the centre there. They've even got one behind the train line. You can see that Waffenträger Aufs E100 camping all the way behind the train line. I'm not really sure what he expected to be able to shoot from that position, but who knows. So the Allies taking up a strong position around this cap circle. What they're going to have to do is fight and win this battle fairly quickly, because as you can see, the heavies on that left-hand side have realised very, very quickly indeed that they have the advantage, and they are pushing very, very heavily. And you can see already overrun the Allied positions and wiping out the Allied heavies there. Just an IS-4 left. Killer Wagbo still looking for his first damaging shot of the game. He's in a good position here. This tank side scrapes very well thanks to its very, very strong turret armor. This thing is difficult to damage if you can't see its frontal armor. It's his first shot on this Jagdpanzer, and you can already see the reload speed on this gun. The E50 came out to get some damage on him, and by the time the E50 had taken his shot, Killer Wagbo had reloaded. As you can see, the Jagdpanzer E100 also coming forward. I think he reckons that he's just got enough hit points to be able to tank through the damage of Killer Wagbo and then come and put 1,000 points of damage back onto him. Even if he does do that, it is going to cost him his life, even if he does get a damaging shot onto somebody. You can see fired off his gun. I'm not sure if he killed anybody there. Killer Wagbo just having a little bit of a difficult time going through the lower plate of the Jagdpanzer E100. That thing tends to be a little bit trollish. Is able to take out the E50, who did not respect the FV's reload speed. And when you don't respect the reload speed of this tank, you can definitely be caught out, not realizing that it's got a sub, I think it's about 8-second reload speed. This thing is almost on par with tier 10 mediums, but not quite. He's trying to find the lower plate of this Jagdpanzer E100. Jagdpanzer fired, but I don't think Killer Wagbo realized that it was the Jagdpanzer. He gets taken out now by his counterpart. And that just leaves this Object 140, and they're going to duel it out now. Unfortunately, they haven't quite been quick enough mopping up these guys around the cap circle. This has been a little bit more of a protracted fight than they would have liked, considering that the enemy has now swept in from that left-hand flank, and they're now getting pushed onto the back foot. Is able to get some good damage onto this Object 140 to keep his track pinned. Must have used a repair kit there to back off. Not quite got the gun depression, but he can hit the E50M in the background, which him and his ally both do. Object 140 is now tracked, but Killer Wagbo has to come all the way out to get him. Luckily, he didn't reload in time. And now shots are starting to come in from the rear and the side. The allies at the top there, all just kind of hanging around. The IS-7's getting mad as hell in chat, spamming the hell out of the grid squares. But to be honest, there isn't really much those tank destroyers can do up there. They're just going to get penned in and killed any moment now. Trying to get a shot on this T-54E1, but he's playing a little bit cagey. T-54 starts to run away, but again, Oh, not quite reloaded. Finds the enemy's Waffenträger E100. But he's not going to have much luck trying to penetrate the frontal armor of this FV. Bounces 2 shots in a row, and this Waffenträger is forced to back away. There is another one on the left-hand side, but that's only the T9 model, the one without that auto-loader. Killer Wagbo just keeping an eye on his right-hand side as there's an E75 and a Mouse pressuring now. Mouse comes charging in against the T54. He's probably going to get the reset, but hopefully with the angle that he's at, Killer Wagbo will be able to eliminate him, although he's got the T54E1 pressuring on this left-hand side. He's got to pay him more attention, and the Jagdpanzer E100 wipes him out. Now it's time to focus on this Mouse. T54 playing it perfectly there, just running around the Mouse, keeping his gun occupied while his allies can whittle him down, and that is kill number 3 now for Killer Wagbo. He's gotten himself 5,500 points of damage, and the battle is nowhere near over yet. Still losing as there are 9 kills to 11. You can see the heavy tanks pressuring even harder in the north there. There's just that Jagdpanzer E100 left. Up the top there, their Waffenträger E100 has been wiped out. And the rest of the guys who were camped right at the back also been eliminated. You can see camping at the back very rarely works, and it definitely hasn't worked out for the allies here. On the plus side, the 3 tanks that are left are fairly strong and are hopefully in a good position. Killer Wagbo has himself almost full health. T54 is going for a run. I think he's trying to flank around behind this Waffenträger Panzer IV. And Killer Wagbo doing the smart thing of just waiting for this T54 to crest the hill and help him out. As he does, the Waffenträger turns his gun to face him, and this is Killer Wagbo's opportunity to work on him. He may take a shot. It looks like the Waffenträger is just fully committed to hitting this T54, not realizing that he's going to get absolutely pounded by the FV. Just one more shot, but it looks like the T54 is able to take him out. And now they're going to have to turn around and help the cap circle as this Jagdpanzer E100 is in trouble. What a shot to wipe out the E75 there and even up the game. 12 kills to 12. There is a full health Tortoise though. T54 takes out the 215B and the Tortoise comes charging in. And the rate of fire of this Tortoise is going to be more than enough to take out the Jagdpanzer E100 if he knows what he's doing. He is indeed. Killer Wagbo's got to get in there. Although he has got the health just to burn this guy down, they could easily just slap each other with handbags until one of them falls over, and that person would be the Tortoise. But Killer Wagbo going to do his best not to take any other damage. Going to get alongside the Tortoise, and an excellent move in. He's got to be careful he doesn't get squeezed out. For some reason, the Tortoise isn't reversing. If he could reverse now, for some reason, I don't know what he's doing. He's still trying to turn. If he literally just reversed now, he would have the front armor of the FV215b. I actually have no idea what he's doing. He finally realizes it when he has 1 hit point left, and he gets taken out for kill number 4. And that just leaves the bat chat 155.55. He should be focusing on the area now. T54 is going to go for a roam to find him. And Killer Wagbo going to sit in the cap circle just in case worst comes to worst. And we'll just speed this one up until we get back into the action. As you can see, the T54 has found the bat chat. Killer Wagbo's decided to make a move. I'm not sure why he was firing there. Maybe he was trying to alert the bat chat to his position to keep the T54 safe. But other than that, I have no idea why the Killer Wagbo was shooting the ground there. Ah, that's it. He is gaming a Faden's medal. That makes more sense now. And the T54 was doing his best to snipe that one away, but it looks like Killer Wagbo has gotten himself his Faden's medal, although it was a little bit cheeky, firing off the rest of his rounds at the end of the battle there just to pick up the bat chat with the last shell of the battle. But to be honest, Faden's medal is so rare, I really don't mind somebody gaming the system just a little bit to pick that ultra rare medal up. So, awesome game played there by Killer Wagbo, getting himself over 9,000 points of damage, 5 kills, a whole bunch of medals, including the Fadens, and a well-played game. So thank you very much for sending that replay in. Don't forget, guys, if you've got yourself a great replay, then send that to replay@screenreality.com. The link for that is in the description. I've been Maxwell. This has been a World of Tanks replay, and I will catch you guys next time.